One of the last things I wanted to mention was we were talking about the video and security upgrades. You'll notice I have a video camera here, video camera right above the door. And if you look up and down the aisles, you will see that I do not have video across every single corridor of the locker area. Based within this bond will give a complete map network. So if something happens at locker 52, I can look right at locker 52. Is something missing? Did somebody get hurt? Was somebody picked on? What's going on? I can notice that. Now the only way for me to have 100% certainty, or Mr. Cole, 100% certainty of what happened down that locker aisle is we have to have an adult down that corridor. You know, things happen, but you know, that's the age of technology where we can get that piece and we can solve the problem with greater efficiency. And Mr. Cole might, you know, he can attest to that as well. Instead of us spending 2 hours trying to figure out what exactly happened, it's going to take 2 minutes because the zoning and mapping of the security cams will know what happened. And the same thing for the high school with that new addition. Take a look at the security aspects. Make sure that they have those blind spots covered to speed up any discipline, or even a security aspect where if there's a lockdown situation, the updated security systems could be accessed remotely without, because currently the servers here located in the building, so you can have a remote access so the police could actually be staged off grounds and actually see what's happening down every single corridor and know how to even enter a building. And those are some of the upgrades that we've discussed.
Obviously the number one deterrent to behavior is proximity. And if you don't have feet on the ground, that's our best proximity, is those kids knowing those cameras are there. Yep. We have 32 in the high school, and it's so nice to, you know, when things do happen, to be able to go know where it's at, know where my cameras are, and pull it up and be able to go get those students within a matter of minutes. Especially when you're talking about, you know, an assault or different things like that, where you want to get those students and get them off the floor or off, you know. So it's really, really nice to have that. And at the middle school, unfortunately, they don't. There's just too many gaps and open spots where we don't have coverage that we need.
And the largest area for gaps is the busiest. It's the locker area.
And another nice feature that we do have, and with the upgrades would hopefully be able to do, is being able to watch live from any building. We do have some of that capability now where I can, the capability is there, we just haven't quite taken it full throttle, where I can watch what's going on here from the high school, and Jeremy as well from here can watch my cameras at the high school. So that capability is there, we've never been able to fully do it, integrate it.
And with that, that's my complete tour of the building. I'm sure there's some other areas that, you know, if you're ever interested, feel free to stop at any time. Those of you that wish to stay to ask questions, feel free. We're going to come in the auditorium for however long it takes to answer the questions that you may have.
I have a question, as usual.
Yeah.
The primary and the middle school have an auditorium and a stage and everything. Does the high school have one? And so you're putting more grades over at the high school and they don't even have a stage?
They never did. It was never designed for one. It was designed to have one added onto it. And we chose not to add that into the bond because of the total cost. We were trying to look at, and those are the types of questions I'd be more than happy to answer more in here. But that is one of the things we look. Do we ask the community for more money to have that stage? Yes or no? You know, right now we don't even have a theater. We don't have drama. We don't have a theater program in the high school.
Because it's not in the budget, or?
We don't have. There hasn't been the interest. The interest has been very small. So sometimes you say if you build, they'll come. But right now, in the past couple of years, I started in the high school, and I watched the numbers dwindle. You know, we are a small school district. We offer. I had a bio club. We had drama. We had interact. We had all these various clubs, sports, homework. Some areas we just didn't have enough bodies to say, yep, we want to do that. Could it come in the future? Yeah, it could. They've been using this stage for years from the high school when it comes to drama.
Oh, the high school kids come here too?
They did. Yep, after school.
2 years ago, they had a wonderful production of Snow White.
Yep.
It was just fabulous. So,
And that's been for the 35 years of this building. That's how this stage has been used. You know,
I think
where's
there's
Mrs.
a good
Miss
point
Pfeiffer?
to make when you ask about things that go away. Unfortunately, with the state budget cuts, and I know no one ever keeps talking about that, but that's kind of the situation is putting schools like us in, where we have to kind of pick and choose. Will we go with what's in the classroom to support the students, and some of those things do fall to the wayside. I'm not saying that we directly got rid of drama because of that, but that's the situation that these things put us in. And that's kind of where we're at now as a district. What do we have to pick and choose from? We don't have a lot of options anymore, and that's one thing the bond will do. In a sense, will give us some options that we don't have now, and we're not going to have next year or the year after. Our limitants will keep coming down.
Well, it looks like you're looking at things in this bond proposal that impact the majority, the biggest group of kids in each building, and that's something that, maybe wouldn't impact a great number of children, and we need to look at other areas where, that bang for your buck really is, and that probably wouldn't be one of them.
No, but if, let's say we did have a production that wanted to be put on, we can get one of those stages. Look at graduation. They put a stage. You could rent, Mr. Vagts, you're back in the corner. I know you can rent uprights and have a curtain that draws back and forth. If we needed a larger area than what we currently have, I know we could create it as a community. But since I've been here, I think that door's only been opened a few times for some of the, like twice with all the productions. Because we have a number of evenings and people buy tickets in advance. We try to utilize the facilities we have. But good question. But anybody else may have a question. I'm going to stand here until all the questions are answered. Everyone else, thank you very much for coming. Same thing with administrators. I appreciate your time as well. Mr. Vagts, did you have anything you wanted to add at the end?
just wanted to thank everyone for coming out and being interested in our schools and our children. And we're here to serve our kids. We really want to, do the best we can with what we have. And it's going to be very difficult for us to move forward if we don't continue to support. And when you do a project, it really causes excitement. It really causes people to be interested and attracts them to come to us. And one thing I was talking about as I walked on the journey with somebody was, our high school is just a beautiful facility. At the same time that the high school came online, they renovated the primary. Beautiful, beautiful facility. This has the bones, the making of a beautiful facility, and if we pass this bond, all three of our buildings will be of the same quality to deliver education to our kids. So we're really excited about this opportunity, and we hope that we'll have you go out and share with your friends and family and get the word out about the needs we have. So we pass this bond. Thank you for coming.